Hello, you beautiful people, it's Tara. I just finished my Baltics tour for the opera season and I'm ready to spill all the tea. So all my besties is gonna be asking like, how did it go and what did you do? So not to tell the same story for 50 times again, I'ma just make it in a video. I booked this whole trip last year because Aida is my favorite opera and I've been to Riga's National Opera or Latvian National Opera last year and I thought, wow, I have to see it there. So as you know, my situation was a bit hard this time. I have to move out of my huge, beautiful, luxurious apartment which I love with my whole heart and soul, and the night before the flight, it was my last night there. I was crying so much, like I literally had to call my mom and help me calm down because that was such a big loss for me. And now I've just moved into some shithole right in the center of the city, yes, but there's like a huge electricity transformator right under us and it's driving me crazy. I feel like so weak and huge headaches and it's vibrating all the time and all those noises don't even let me sleep. So guys, I'm looking for a new apartment, please hit me up. So this trip started very strangely, like my bus to airport was at 2 a.m. and guess what, they closed some tunnel right in the middle of the road to the airport and we had to make a huge hook around and I was like, oh my gosh, am I even gonna make it to my flight, because my flight was at like 6 a.m. and the bus was there at only like 5:30, but I managed, guys, I survived, everything went well. And right at the airport at Vilnius, this girl Gabi, which is like a full core angel, met me. Like the story of how I met her is very strange, but it was on the internet and basically we never saw each other before, but she met me at the airport and it was strange weather from the first point. Like it was raining as hell in Vilnius, and this weather, Gabi herself says, like, she's a local, she's lived there many years, she's like, it's such a bipolar weather, so the second you get your umbrella out, the sun already starts coming up again, and when you close your umbrella there's rain again and it's all the time, so it's pouring, it's sun, it's pouring, it's sun every 5 minutes. Like, I thought that the weather in Norway is terrible. No guys, you haven't lived in Vilnius for once. But I was coughing like crazy this whole trip because like I just returned from Sicily where I was swimming in hella cold water and I got this kind of pneumonia, I don't know how to pronounce this. So, and it's funny because Gabi had the same thing. Like, she was coughing and we were like a duet, like this flower duet, but in coughing noises, like So it's funny because also Gabi drives a Ford Fiesta and I just sold mine a few months ago, but mine was white and hers is blue, so it felt like such a nostalgia and it was like a divinely orchestrated thing. Then she drove me to her home, which is a beautiful place. Like, she really has some, like, I know, a peaceful little corner of Eden, because it's reflected in her inner side and she's an absolute angel. So she dropped me there and she even gave me presents. Like, girl, come on, you're hosting me and you're showing me the town. You always say, I was like, girl, oh my gosh. And I felt like such a bum, like such a bad person, because I brought her just like some chocolate and dates from Norway and like, I don't know, small things and card and a bracelet, which was nothing to thank, like, compared to what she did for me. I really wish I bought some gold thing or like left 500 euros for her, but like she wouldn't accept it, of course. She would not even accept me by like paying for the dinners. She only let me pay fully just like once or twice for the whole 3 days, girl. So I mean I pray everything returns tenfold to Gabi, because like I don't know words to describe how grateful I still am. The noises, this part I'm recording while walking home through the forest, and I'm sorry about it, but I don't want to fix it. So right the moment that we got to Gabi's house, I received a call from this person that that is responsible for my moving process. And so right at the bed, Gabi saw me at my best, cursing in Norwegian, and she didn't mind it at all. because she doesn't understand Norwegian, but she took me to the old town, and she just basically showed me everything that was on my bucket list. So first we went to the St. Anne's Church, and I was like, girl, do you really believe there were not any old civilizations before us? Because how would you make these bricks so perfectly laying onto each other in such a round shape? Like, I can't even imagine how they did this. So then we went to Užupio Republic, which is like a whole different country inside of Vilnius, but they also have these stamps that you can put onto your passport, but then your passport might not be valid anymore, so I didn't risk it. And she said like the houses there were crazy old and it was crazy expensive to take care of them, and also like everything there was kind of expensive because it's just like a small little Monaco inside of Vilnius. After that we walked around a bit, we went up to the Three Crosses hill, and the view from there was amazing. We counted like 11 to 13 different churches like in a single view. That tells kind of a lot of Vilnius architecture. And after that we got to this famous main cathedral of Vilnius. I really thought it looked a bit like Pantheon in Rome or in Paris. The same little squad rules everything on earth, and they have kind of the same taste, so that is not of any surprise to me. So we had our lunch at this place called Pirmas Blinis, or Blinas. It's a place famous for their pancakes. I ordered one with the bacon and apples, which was very good, and Gabi had one with cottage cheese, I guess, so she said that was really kind of good, not that sweet. And it's also like a social cafe, so people with different disabilities are working there. I liked it, and it's situated in a long lost church. Like, it was built in, I don't know, medieval ages, and it was like almost ruined under the Russians and Soviet times, and it was used like as a storage for food or grain, and now they use it for this beautiful cafe. So then we continued walking around Old Town, and I really love this idea. They have this portal thing, which is kind of like, showing again that everybody is watching us. But I was surprised because people were waving at me. I was like, what? And it turned out that everybody sees people walking like around the portal. I wish we could really just like move through that portal. People from Philippines were super friendly and kind. So then me and Gabi went a little thrift shopping. I didn't find anything interesting, but we spotted the hugest rain in my life on the way there, and after surviving that rain we decided to just go home and wait until it gets better. So the next time we went to the dinner to the old town was like 3 hours later. We were sitting home and watching K-drama. I liked it, like it was my first time watching K-drama. It's honestly so dramatic, and this music they put on the background, they're just like, it makes me laugh all the time. With this song we're going to the medieval tavern to eat beaver. And for the dinner we went to Lokis, which is like a medieval kind of restaurant, and it is famous for its, guess what, 3-to-1 beaver stew. That's the reason I went to Vilnius, to try the beaver meat. So I was not really like surprised. It smelled a bit fishy because like the rich people in medieval Lithuania, they used to eat beaver during these fasting times because it's considered as a fish because it's living in the water technically. You know, rich people always find a way to fool the system, huh? So yes, and they were eating this beaver, and it tastes like beef, I'd say, but it has just a tiny bit of fishy smell, like this river fish. But I kind of like it, but I wouldn't eat it on the regular. And after that we were really talking a lot. We enjoyed the sunset, and Gabi's like, you know what? I also walk at this bar on some weekends because I feel really bored at home. And she took me to that bar and got me an aperitivo, which was like Aperol Spritz with some passion fruit syrup. Everybody was watching football at the bar, and further on my journey, like I saw everybody watching football on huge screens. Like I don't know. I don't care about football because both teams are owned by the same owner, and the only person that gets the biggest profit of it is the owner of both teams. The second day was rainy too, but you know what? Gabi promised to take me to Trakai, and she did. So Trakai is like a little island which has this famous little castle on it, and it was like a 30-minute drive. I wouldn't say there's anything special about it just because it's on a little island. There were lots of tourists there though, so we made like a small hike around that island which took us less than 5 minutes, I'd say, and we went to this I don't know if it's a cafe or restaurant, and it has this chocolate museum inside. We had some really nice cakes. I had the pistachio one. That tasted really well. Gabi had some caramel, but it had some strange lemon filling inside, which tasted really not that good, so I wouldn't recommend that cake. So the rain was crazy again, and we were sitting there for maybe an hour, sipping our tea and talking. And I'm happy because Gabi also doesn't want to have children, and she also she's been with men. She understood that's not the thing I want to do in my life. So we both decided that I'd rather be single my whole life than to end up with some shitty man. So I mean, if she was into girls, I'd marry her the first day, even though I'm not really into girls. I don't know if I'm into anyone. I think I'm asexual, guys. I'm pretty much sure about it. I'm asexual pansexual. But just in case if Gabi wanted to get married, I'm here with a ring. Really, I feel so happy more women come up to this idea that I don't need a man to be happy. I know the globalists and all these new order sort of mother freakers, they want us to be against each other. I know. And I know there must be some nice men in the world, even though I haven't met any of them. Maybe I thought very good about men, but then they just showed who they were, and I was like, ew, bruh, I wish you never were born on this planet. So, I'm not against men because I think that's what's getting imposed onto us, this idea of women hating men and vice versa. But overall, I would not spend my life with any man. I tried to live with a man twice. That was terrible. If I heard his footsteps in my corridor, I was ready to shut him down. So please, man, avoid me at all costs. So we did a really nice hike there, and I bought me this ice cream because Gabi doesn't like it, but it's ice cream with some solid kind of cheese inside. It didn't feel special at all. It was €4. I better get some nice gelato, but just for the trying, nothing special. I wouldn't recommend it. But it's on my bucket list, so boom, boom, one of. Then we went to the opera after a small break. I don't even remember what we were doing. I think I got this some strange pain in my teeth, and it was not gone for 3 days. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to get into it. And in Norway, it's gonna cost me at least €200 to just check what's there. And I'm like, Gabi, we need to get me an appointment to the dentist ASAP. And guess what? Girl, we got it for the next day because I'm lucky. Because everybody has to wait at least a week in Lithuania, but for me, it was all in. I don't know, maybe it was because it's some private clinic, but they got me an appointment for the next day. And to not talk too much a bit, it turns out my wisdom teeth are growing. I don't know why would even God want us to have those teeth. I'd rather have the third row of teeth that are gonna come up when I feel like my teeth are not that good anymore. But still, God is like, no, girl, get you some extra teeth here and there, just so that you feel pain when you're in your 20s. And so we were driving to this place, which is called the Lithuanian National Opera and Ballet. And guess what? There were some incidents on the road, and the traffic was so crazy that we were standing in line for 40 minutes. And I'm like, Gabi, fuck it, I'ma go buy food and get us the tickets, because it was less than an hour before the performance. And she's like, you go, girl. So I got us the best tickets in the balcony. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite place. The first left balcony, the first row. Mwah. That was just the perfect view. I could literally see all the details and the costumes, even though my eyesight is not that good. because I forgot my opera glasses at home, and etc. So this show was the triptych, which was like 3 operas in 3 acts. Each act there was like a small short opera. Oh gosh, I really don't remember the names because it was Italian operas, but everything was written in Lithuanian on the ads. So the first one was about like a woman cheating out his husband with his worker, and him killing the husband, finding out, killing that guy and hiding him inside of a cloak. And that woman also dies and puts herself inside of that cloak because she doesn't see a meaning in life without that lover she was cheating with. Okay, I get it's kind of a lot of tea for one little opera, but I really loved the characters there. Like there was another pair, like how amazing, first of all, the costumes, the scenery, the staging was top tier. I would give it like 1000 out of 10. The singers did such a good job, both like in singing and acting, and the effects. I'm telling you guys, I love how this opera really showed the point of this man who feels sad, and like his wife used to love him. Of course, he's a dork too, but like she's like, what the fuck happened? Like, you used to love me, what's wrong? And she's like, boy, I'm sorry, but this guy, this one young Italian guy makes me feel excited. Like she didn't tell him. Okay, whatever. So yeah, it really showed I don't know anything about cheating. Like, I don't care, because like if you are with somebody you would cheat on, you're at the wrong place at the first point. But it's like how like there was the perspective from both sides on men and women cheating, you know. So I cried like for the first 5 minutes, got me into tears already, because there was like an area that some people some guy wanted to drink all the time to like drown his sorrows, and the other one was also complaining like, yes, put some heavy sack on your back and don't ask any questions and look down. And really, that really got me. I was like, you're so right, guy. The second act was the scene of Angelica. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you, like the whole staging process was so beautiful. Like I felt for an instant like I was in Paris at some monastery with all those nuns around, and there was such a brilliant humor there, like about nuns having fun. I really didn't even notice how it happened, and there came like Mother Mary shining with a child, and it looked so divine. Like Gabi was also stunned. I managed even to snap some pictures, so yes, here they are. And the third act was my favorite, Gianni Schicchi. It's like a Florentine opera, and they did such a great job with decorations and costumes. I really felt like I was maybe at Palazzo Vecchio or at some like old historical site in Florence I've been to. I felt that atmosphere, and that was so comical, and so many nice little details that made that evening just perfect. And also me and Gabi tried this famous hot chocolate, which Lithuanian opera is famous for. I don't know, it was too thick and too small, so we spent 4 hours at that opera, and at the point all the restaurants were closed, so Gabi went through a drive-through. I'm sorry, never in my life would I ever eat at a fast food chain, so Gabi was eating that alone, and I just went to sleep with some small porridge cup. And that was it for the second day. Like, it was running so fast. I mean, I wish I spent like a whole week with Gabi, but I had so much planned for that week. Yeah, and we got an appointment to the dentist, so the next morning Gabi drove me to the dentist, and for our goodbye we had a lunch at a cafe called Grill London. I don't know why they call it, but it's a famous one, they say. And we had this famous soup, which is like a pink soup, and the fried bread, and I don't know, was it kvass? Whatever. That was an amazing little lunch. Finally, Gabi let me pay for everything. Finally. I mean, girl, I would pay every single time, but she always wanted to return it to me. I'm like, girl, please calm down. Like, you deserve so much more. And so she dropped me at the train station. From there, I took the train to Kaunas. And that's another story, guys. So if you enjoyed this little tea spilling with me, let me know what you think, and your questions. I'll answer all of them. Have a nice day.